drunk on your potion. Can feel my.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope everyone's fine. Thank you for coming back. Before we get started, let's hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, and please share this video with your entrepreneur friends. Sorry, I can't even talk. Yeah, so today's topic, what we're going to talk about is what people would call market analysis, but in our industry, we call it a comp shop, as in C-O-M-P shop. So you're shopping at the competition. You're shopping at the competition, trying to understand what are they doing and why they're doing it better. All right. In all retailers, this is normal practice. It's standard practice for buyers to do this. Usually the desired amount of times you should be doing it is at least twice a month. But because, as I told you before, the buying role is a very admin focused job. And more often than not, that 2 weeks, twice a month it doesn't usually happen. Most times it's once a month, or it is once a quarter. So let's get right into it. Comp shop. So what is the reason why retailers do comp shop? Just remember, everything I'm talking about is with reference to the retail context, more in South Africa, because that's where my experience comes from. But I do understand that other countries in the world also, run their businesses in the retail space very similarly like we do. So why do we do comp shop? Okay, so competition shopping can be done by small suppliers and can be done by large suppliers and can be done by buyers who are in retail organizations who work as buyers. So I'm going to be advising you from you going into stores as a supplier, right? Because now you're looking at what your other suppliers are supplying in that retail space and what you should be looking at and how you should conduct your comp shop. Because if you do your comp shop properly, it can also help you to put together an assortment, to put together a range if you are one of those suppliers who only keep on coming to buyers with one product. So what I'm going to do, I'll leave a link below of a PDF of a table that you can use for comp shop. It'll be pretty straightforward and you can have it for free. And you can possibly use it when you do go comp shopping. So as a new business who wants to enter the market in South Africa, go into stores. So let's pick a product. Let's say you supply peanuts and you supply peanuts and raisins. And that is the only category that you supply. So what you're going to do, you're going to go into the market and you already know who you are as a business, your brand, and where you want to benchmark your brand. So you know which retailer you want to go into. So let's say, for argument's sake, let's rather say you want to enter the Checkers market, okay? The only reason why I say Checkers is because you'll have more competition shopping options, okay? So let's say you want to enter Checkers and you supply peanuts and raisins and you supply peanuts. So you go into your Checkers, and you go into your Pick and Pay, and you can go into your Spar, and you can go into, okay, let's take those three for now. So it will be your brand, whatever it's called. Let's call it brand X. And then you're going to look at ShopRite, Checkers as a competitor. You're going to look at Pick and Pay as a competitor, and you're going to look at Spar as a competitor. So the first thing I would do if I was a supplier and I walked into my competitors, I would go to the aisle where they offer confectionery. And the first thing I would look at is look at the back of the packet to see if the peanuts and raisins, the peanuts, the cashew nuts, the dried mangoes, the dried plums, are they made by the same supplier? Because usually at the back of the packet, it does say made by so-and-so, and they'll give their address. And they'll give their address and the name of the business. So I'd go and check that, are these peanuts and raisins made by the same supplier, that whole thing that I mentioned. Okay. Then the next thing I would do, the first row would have my prices, supplier X. My prices for peanuts and raisins are X amount, and split it, right? So maybe you offer 100 grams, 250 grams, 500 grams, and yeah, okay, and 750 grams, right? So you'll put the price points for those in the first column. Then you will walk into the retailer and look at those offerings that they have. So how much are their 100-gram peanuts? How much are their 100-gram peanuts and raisins? And you'll write it right on there. Usually you have to be very like suave about it so they don't see you doing the comp shop, because sometimes you'll be asked to leave by some of their store assistants. So do it like kind of undercover. Another way you can do it is you can use your phone and just take pictures, and then when you get home you can populate your table. So you go into stores and then you'll write your price points from 100 grams all the way to 750, and you'll do the same for Checkers, you'll do the same for Pick and Pay, you'll do the same for Spar. Then you will see, am I coming in too high or am I coming in too low, right? And then you will look at, as I said, check if the one supplier is supplying the entire offering, because a lot of the time the reason why buyers, retail buyers, don't want to bring you on board is because you only make peanuts and raisins and peanuts in your factory, which means you're not flexible in your factory, meaning that the capacity is going to be an issue because you won't respond as fast as they need to their demand. All right. Okay. So now we're moving to another topic, but I just want to stay focused and talk about competition shopping. All right. So then you've got your prices, and then you're analyzing, is the supplier the one who's supplying? Welcome back to part 2 of market analysis, competition shopping. So before we get started, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any videos. Make sure you share this video with your entrepreneur friends. And please always leave a comment. I'm more than happy to, share my knowledge as much as I can. So in part 1 of, how to do your market analysis, I think I shared in depth of the how to do it. So in this video, I just want to continue with that and add a few things that I might have forgotten in the first video. So the first thing that I just want to go back to is the fact that in the description box, I have left a free PDF layout of how you can conduct your market analysis. So you can use that document ongoing for the next 12 months. So you just block off, month 1, and then you've got all your records of your prices of your competitors and your prices also within, that month, going all the way to, let's say, what is it now? We're starting in November, so going all the way to next year, November. So as I said in the previous video, is that you need to really understand who your competition is. And understanding your competition will allow you to position yourself better, to also find your niche within that market. Because if you don't understand what your customer is buying and what it is that they need, you're going to keep on providing the incorrect product, right? And if you're putting forward the incorrect product to buyers, they're going to consistently tell you that they don't need your product assortment because you're missing the mark. So, a lot of things will influence or will force you to ask yourself even deeper questions when you're doing your market analysis. So your market analysis should go hand in hand with your market research, okay? I just want to also add a point. Your market analysis, if you actually have a business plan, your market analysis traces of it should show up in your executive summary, if you think about it. Because your business is all about your customer. So in your executive summary of your business plan, you're always talking about, why your business. It's the why of your business. It's why you're doing it and the results that your why bring. Okay. So anyway, going back to the market analysis is that your market analysis should always go hand in hand, with your market research. If you've researched your industry pretty well, your market analysis, the stuff that you put on your page, is the assortment that is influenced by your market research. So you've researched your market, you've researched your competitors, and then you've put together an assortment that you want to put forward to the buyers. And this information that you are putting together, you can also present it to your buyers and say that you're showing your understanding of the market. You're showing how you can add value to their product assortment. You're showing how you can help them to grow their market, because the bottom line of being in business for these big retailers is to continue to, grow their market share. So if you can help them to grow their market share, they definitely want to deal with you. Okay, so now you've gone into the market, you've identified your 4 or 5 or 6 competitors, you've looked at their assortment, you've recorded their prices. You've recorded their prices, you've recorded your prices, and you're continuing to do this every single month. Hopefully at least once a month you're doing it, or twice a month ideally. But I know how entrepreneurs are really busy. So, if you've got someone to send out, train someone within your team. So another thing that I would recommend highly is that you buy the product. So if you are a supplier who is large enough to have a quality person within your production team, or your product developer, someone who makes the products for you that you're going to put out into the market, you would then go into the market and buy the samples of your competitors. Then what you come back and do, now the market analysis that you've done has looked at the pricing, the assortment, and how things look in stores. Also, always look at how it's merchandised in stores. So you are able to also, compare yourself to that. It's very important. So now what you do, you buy the samples, you take them back to your team, and now what you're going to do, you've got the market analysis. Now you're going to interrogate the packaging. You're going to interrogate the ingredients. You're going to taste the products, if it's edible, obviously, and if it's clothing, you're going to put it on a dummy. You're going to see how the fit differs from yours. There's so much information in the market that suppliers can use to their advantage to help grow, to help grow your business, obviously, because you want to get onto shelf, but to give you a deeper understanding of, what are you dealing with? Who is this competitor you're dealing with? As I keep on saying to you guys, it's very important. If you want to be a big player, you have to play like the big players. If you're not in this to be the best, don't waste your time. Running a business, whatever business it is a lot of work, and we are in business to build unbreakable businesses. You need to do things that are going to make sure that your business is unbreakable, and that is just further understanding your niche and competing as fiercely as possible with your competitors. So now you've gathered all this information, and you're gathering this information over a 12-month period. So at the end of the 12-month period, you have an entire story that you can sell to your buyer. And maybe at the end of that 12 months, your story is showing you that perhaps it's not the big retailers you're gunning for. Maybe it's the spaza shops you're gunning for. Maybe it is the e-commerce sector that you're gunning for. Maybe you were chasing after the wrong business. So I hope you guys are getting, the pointers that you need, and you're enjoying part 2 of my comp shop. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and, hit the subscribe button and put on your notifications. And don't forget that I've left in the description box a free layout of competition shopping. See you in my next video. Bye guys. Bye.
Drunk on your potion, can feel my lips burning, losing composure. Can't feel my face,